And welcome to Nancy's Neighborhood, folks. It's good to see you all today. I have two guests today, and then we'll get to the pencil and paper part of the show where I tell you, write down these important dates because you might want to do some of them. And both of the guests today are going to tell you about important dates coming up. They're going to give you a few days to get ready for these important dates. But I have Marilyn Sherlin from Trousdale School, and I asked Marilyn to come for a couple of reasons. They have a big event coming up. But I also wanted her to tell you all a little bit about Trousdale School because it's one of our private schools here in Cleveland-Bradley County. And I want her to tell you all a little bit about Trousdale School, and then we're going to get to the event.
Sure. We are Trousdale School. We have been founded for 12 years now. We are a school for high-functioning adults with intellectual disabilities, ages 22 and up. So basically, the public school system can serve an adult with intellectual disabilities till they're 21,
Right.
and we give them an option of somewhere to go after that so they can continue learning. We continue with their functional academics, their life skills, all of those things to keep those up to date, because we all know if we don't use it, we lose it.
That's exactly right.
So we're that place for them to go and continue that. And all of our students are currently employed in the community.
And that's wonderful.
Yes, so they're all contributing members of society right here in Cleveland. So we are located on Dockery Lane. We purchased the Asbury United Methodist Church, and we have that building now. And we just recently received our licensing through the Tennessee Department of Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities, and we will be breaking ground in 2 to 3 years to become a residential program where some of the students can actually live there.
In a dormitory type setting.
Yes, yes.
That's awesome.
Yes, so we are a growing school, and 22 students and growing right now, so we have a lot of fun. There's not a dull day.
Oh, I'm sure, because I taught special education for 8 years at Calhoun, and I had the 4 to 21, and then when they left me, they needed a place to go.
Yes.
So you're one of
Yes.
the options now that is
Yes.
offered to for the students from public education that need to go somewhere else.
Yes.
And
we are.
that's awesome. It really, really is. And you have
22 right now.
22.
Yes.
And so a staff of how many do you have?
There's
roughly?
11 staff members,
Okay,
and
well,
we.
that's a 2-to-1 ratio.
It
That's
is
great.
right now. We all wear many hats. I am the school nurse, but I'm also the music teacher.
Oh, fantastic.
I'm also assisting in reading class, so we kind of all just put on the hats and wear them and have a lot of fun. But yeah, it's a very close-knit family, and we care a lot about our students. So.
And that's pretty obvious, because what I want Marilyn to talk to you about now is this big event that's coming up June the 2nd and the 3rd. So tell our audience about that and
All right.
how they can get tickets and what all's going to happen.
Well, this is our 9th annual
Wow.
musical. We have done them for 9 years. So we basically create a stage for the students to be able to get up and perform. I mean, where else are they going to find a stage that is totally for them? So we write and produce a musical in-house, and they get up and perform. We pack the Bradley High School Auditorium. We've had to go to 2 nights now. We pack it for 2 nights, along with a couple of open dress rehearsals. But we pack it. It's $10 a night. Children 10 and under this year are free.
Oh, wow.
So it's $10. You can get tickets by calling the school at 479-7130. This year we are doing a musical called Summer Nights, which is a rendition of Grease that we have kind of adapted to us. So there are lots of fluffy skirts and leather jackets and lots of dancing and lots of acting this year. That's something new that we've added. A lot of our students are doing drama. Sarah Bradley, our art and drama teacher, has done an amazing job with them memorizing lines. There is not a dull moment in this musical. You don't want to miss it. And kids of all ages, my grandchildren have gone since they were 3 months old and do not move the entire time. So
Wow.
It's a lot of fun.
And that's good music.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think it's good music. It's not quite from my era, but almost from my era. And a lot of action and a lot of activity going on. And I know the students love doing this.
Oh, yes.
They have such a good time because they get all this applause from the audience. They get to do curtain calls. They get to do all of that. And it's so rewarding to them. So just give us a little, how far out do you have to start practicing to do this?
We usually start planning in January. We usually start rehearsals February, start kind of plotting out some choreography and the way things go, because we're very adaptable. We have to adapt to what the students do well, but every year they surprise us. Every year there's something that we think they can't quite do, and they surprise us and blow us out of the water, and it never fails. So we start in February, and we work all the way right up until we'll have dress rehearsals this week and next week. So.
And see, this is awesome to me. But at the same time you're doing this, you're not neglecting their academics and the other things and the jobs that they have out in the community.
Right. They're all still going to work every day, and yes, we're keeping up with all of that. They're all very involved in their jobs, and they love their jobs, very proud.
They do,
So,
and they do a
yes.
good job with them too. Now, let me ask you this. How, I've done a couple of performances before. How do you decide who gets to do what part? Is that,
Well,
yeah, I know.
That's always tricky.
Yes.
With our guys. They're each other's best fans, and we've worked a lot on that. How to encourage your friends and all of that character ed kind of stuff. But one thing we've done this year, it was such a big deal to choose a Danny and a Sandy for Grease.
Yes.
That what we've done is we have a Danny wig and a Sandy wig. And so the Danny and Sandy character changes quite often to give several girls the chance to play Sandy and several guys the chance to play Danny. We just change the wig. So we tell the audience, follow the wig, because just follow that black wig and you'll know that's Danny, and follow the blonde wig and you'll know that's Sandy, because we're going to change some faces here and give everybody a chance. So.
And that is so awesome too, because that way they don't have to memorize a whole lot of music.
Yeah.
They have one song that's theirs,
Yeah.
and she has one song that's hers,
Exactly.
and that's what we have to do.
Exactly.
So I just think that's awesome. Very creative of you all to do that.
It's a team effort. I could not do it without the staff. We are all just collaborate every day. Someone has a new idea and we grab it, and so it's a team effort.
And I know that the students are all, like I said before, excited about this. They get so excited about things like this. And are all of the students participating?
Yes, all of the students participate, and we meet them where they are. We have a couple of students that don't like to talk very much, so we find someplace else for them to excel. So we kind of take their gifted areas and match something to them. But yeah, every one of them are in it.
And I think that's awesome when you could do that with the kids. And I know, too, you probably have some that have an adequate singing voice.
We do.
And others that don't.
We do, absolutely. And there's some that think they do,
Yes.
and they don't. But we're very good at, sometimes they sing along with a track, and then the ones that are capable will do with a regular soundtrack, and they sing it all on their own. So, yeah, we try to put them in their best light. We don't ever want anybody to get up and not look their best. So.
And that's wonderful, and that is so rewarding to those students to be able to do that, having taught the ones prior to what you get. I had one little gal one time that she sang "You Light Up My Life," and every time we had a talent show at the school, she always sang that song. She had it memorized. She had a really nice voice on that song. But we didn't go anywhere else because that wasn't going to work with her, and she wasn't comfortable going anywhere else. So I'm sure you have students like that, and I'm sure you also have students that think they would be comfortable doing something, and then once you send them out there to do it, that wasn't really what they wanted to do.
Yes, yeah.
And that does make a difference. Now,
Yeah.
I know the performance is June the 2nd and the 3rd, and this is the Fine Arts building at Bradley Central High School. Now, give us a little heads up about what time they need to be there, seating and everything like that.
The doors will open at 6:30, and seating is, we do have premium tickets that are available.
Okay.
And those are $25 per ticket, and those are usually like the first 3 rows. Then the rest of the tickets are $10. There will probably be some available still at the door. And it's first come, first serve as far as seats go. So when that door opens at 6:30, we usually have people lined up, and they come in and fill up pretty fast. So it's like I said, first come, first serve, and it's a wild night, because the louder you scream, the more they dance. So the energy level in the room is just off the charts.
And I think that's awesome. Now, you said that there will be a couple of dress rehearsals that might be open to the public or
There,
not?
well, and it will just be one this year.
Okay.
We've had to go down to one, and that will be on Thursday afternoons at 1. And during that time, we're bringing in some nursing homes and some other people that might not be able to come
Neat.
on Friday and Saturday night. So we've brought in a few daycares with kindergarten age children and things like that in the past. So Life Bridges will be able to attend on Thursday afternoon. So it's kind of that crowd that usually couldn't get out on a Friday or Saturday night.
And that is so awesome because it gives the kids on the stage for dress rehearsal actually somebody to interact
Yes.
with, and they're not just up there to an empty auditorium.
Yes, yeah, it gives us time to run through, and during that rehearsal, sometimes I stop and fix something that we need to fix. So the audience is very understanding of that.
And that's now, is that Thursday performance free, or is that $10 also?
It is free. We like I said, we just open that to the people who can't make that on Friday or
Okay.
Saturday night. So
All right.
yeah.
Well, I
So-
know that a couple of times when we had the Cleveland Community Concert Association, we had a young man that would come play the piano, and did a great job, and the Trousdale kids loved him, and so we would have an afternoon performance just for them, and Life
Right.
Bridges and some of the schools would come in just for that performance, so that because they couldn't come to the night performance, and at that
Right.
same time, some of our season ticket holders who were older and didn't want to drive at night would come to that performance.
Yeah.
So I think it's really great when we can have an afternoon performance and
Yes.
invite people in.
And it definitely, like you said, it helps us out to do that rehearsal and run through, and gives us a practice in front of a live audience. So.
Gets the kinks out.
Yep.
And also gets a little stage fright out.
sure.
If there is any.
Yes. Oh, we
So-
have a little. Yeah.
Do you? Okay. All right. So we just have a minute or two left. So tell everybody again when, where, how much, and et cetera.
June 2nd and June 3rd at Bradley, the auditorium there, the Fine Arts Building. The doors open at 6:30. It starts at 7, and you can purchase tickets by calling the school, 479-7130. You can also go onto our website at trousdaleschool.org, and you can purchase through the website now also.
Fantastic.
So we would love to have you there and have anyone there to come and just cheer us on.
And they're great performances, folks, and tremendously entertaining. And I'm not going to be able to make it to either one of them or the dress rehearsal, and I hate that so badly. But Trousdale, TROUSDALE school.org. Now, we've talked about orgs before, folks, and you know this is a .org. So be sure that if you don't call, then you go online and get a ticket.
Yes.
And the special seating is $25.
$25 for premium and $10 for general seating, and children 10 and under are free this year.
And that's awesome. That is
Yeah.
awesome. But general seating is when you get there at 6:30, when they open the doors, you go in and find a seat, except in the roped-off area,
Right.
which will be the premium tickets. And I know I have some friends who have a niece that is at Trousdale, and they always get the premium seating.
Oh, yes.
They want to be right down there on the front row so
Yeah.
they can see what's going on, and I think that's wonderful for
Yeah.
the kids. And so some of the families want to do that, but get there at 6:30, and you're not going to open the doors before 6:30, are you?
We don't.
I don't blame you.
We don't.
And they mean it, folks, just like I do with Cheers Jubilee. We're not opening the doors until a certain time because everybody has to get ready and get set up.
That's right.
6:30, June the 2nd and June the 3rd, and it's doors open at 6:30, starts at 7 o'clock, $10, and hopefully there will be some tickets left at the door each night.
We hope.
But if not, that's great because then you've sold out.
That's right. That's right.
And so that is super. Marilyn, thank you so much for
Thank
being
you,
on with me.
Nancy.
I hope you have a huge crowd, and I'm just so sorry I can't be there.
That's okay.
Oh.
We'll miss you. We'll get you a DVD.
Oh, I'd love that. I would love that. Shannon did that once before for me when I couldn't
Yes.
get there, so that would be awesome. Folks, don't go away, and we'll be back with another guest that has another event one of those 2 nights, so you can go to her event one night and this event the next night. So don't go away. I'll be right back, and watch our commercials and support our sponsors.